Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse and today I'm carrying on investigating the exciting side of the colours that I used in the last video. If you didn't see it, it will be linked at the end of the video. The previous one, it was on a record and we did a spin and it was really cool, and some of the colours that spun off it, well, I was very excited about that. So I'm going to go a little bit further with that and explore it a bit more. We've still got some blue left in the dispenser, so I'm going to add some colours to that. But first off, I'm going to just pour some of this Rick's Coal Black on here, and there was a hair in that. Where'd it go? Get out wherever you are. Now, one of the things I've noticed with this Rick's mix is when it dries, it stays quite tacky almost. So don't be too scared of that. It is dry. I mean, some of these I've done several weeks ago and they are still tacky, so I'm just gonna let them be tacky and not judge them for that. Just, as you can see as I'm spreading this around, it's not a thick colour. If you want a really thick black base from the Rick's mix, you really need to do a pre-paint and let it dry of the heavy black. That will, you can use the heavy black and white, sort of like almost like gesso. They're not gesso, they are the Rick's mix, but they give a nice thick covering to your painting. So that's not what I'm after here. I'm just after a little bit of a sliding spot, and also hopefully give it something to work on. So there we have it. We've got that. The next thing we need is some more colours in with this blue, because they sort of disappeared. So I'm gonna put some of the mandarin in because that looked really good, and I'm also going to put some of my house paint white in because that added a very cool dimension. So we're just going to make sort of like a dirty cup pour, but it's going to be a dirty cup dispense, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to put some more black in the center to make a puddle to dispense into. Are you ready for this? Okay, here we go. I'm just going to take it around really low and dispense straight in. Let's see, 3, 2, 1, pull! Now, one of the things that I don't like about this dispenser is that it has a flat bottom. If you're going to buy a dispenser, get one with a conical bottom so that the paint actually flows down to the dispensing spot. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, now that is not exactly what I was after. You guys know me, I'm really good at this. Trying to blow some of the black back over top, but it's not really working. Whoop. Okay. That is getting more of the colour that I was after. Just put some more of the black on this corner. If I'm not careful, I'm going to have to write my name in the I just want that to be a little bit more blended. There we go. Now that is looking really, really cool. Now this Rix Mix stuff you don't add any silicone to it. The next thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a test of putting some resin over top without cleaning it, to see what that does. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get notified about that. So one of the things that has really come to my attention using this Rix Mix is you've really got to get a sense of the paint mix you're using and what it can do and what you need to do to create results that you desire with it. If you guys watched my first few videos, I was really unimpressed with this stuff. But most of that came from me trying to use it the way that I use my thicker paint, my normal mix, and it's not thick paint. It's a very different paint. So yeah, you do need to choose how you use it. Don't try and make it, didn't like that white bubble in the middle. Don't try and make it do what you've done before with other mixes, because it's not other mixes. I'm going to get you down and show you some of this amazing stuff happening in here. Really, really pleased that I blew that black over top. Bring you down. Have a look at this. As I said, it's got no silicone in it. This is all just the paint doing its own thing. And as I said, my white is my house paint mixed with Floetrol. So there might be some weird stuff happen, which might be what's happening over here with these spots. It does seem to be sort of grey around there, so it may be where the white is responding. But look at okay, so the other thing about this is because it's so runny, it does darken a lot when it dries, and I love this as it is right here right now, And I also know how translucent the colours are. So having the black underneath is really going to darken them up. So I'll be taking lots of photos of this, and I actually think this one could become a digital print. And yeah, as it is right there right now, I love it, absolutely love it. And how does it get better? So I'm going to do that, just that, let it dry, take some really good photos of it, and then we will be back to show you the dry result in 3, 2, 1. Well, somehow the black took over again. Yeah, I think this is actually the last Rex Mix video you're ever going to see. I do still have paints left, and you know, it kind of irks me not to use them. But so if anyone's in the Rotorua, Tauranga area and wants to come get them and play with them, please come and get them. I would love to give them to somebody who would like to have a play, but I'm not going to use them anymore. I just can't bring myself to do it, to be honest. Again, like with the record, and I'm wondering if it's to do with adding in the other paint. We have some texturing going on. I definitely preferred this when it was wet, and I'm so glad I made some photos of it. So I'm going to insert here some footage of some of the things I made on some of my graphics programs. Some of the designs I made using this when it was wet. Okay, so the other thing I realized I didn't show you in the record pour was what happened when I scraped up the paint. This was the leftover paint that I scraped onto some cardboard. I'm not sure I'm going to use this as a card or not. It's a little bit muted. There you go. Alright guys, so I've got one more test I'm going to do using Rex Mix, and that is to pour resin on it without having cleaned it. And we all know that anything with cells in it usually has silicone in it, and you need to spend a lot of time cleaning it. So stay tuned, my next video will be resining a Rex Mix painting. See if it's got that bonus going for it, that you don't have to clean it and go into all that stress and stuff. So stay tuned, hit subscribe, have fun, and thank you again to all of you who support my channel, and I look forward to playing with you again on live coming up soon. Bye.